Hey everyone, Unlimited Ammo here for another episode of GeoGuessr, another adventure. Still enjoying the games. It's a really simple, free browser game. I really enjoy the learning about the way the world looks and how the world operates, learning a lot about Europe, and also it's a fun little game. Like trying to deduce where you are based on really small amounts of information. It is really satisfying when you figure it out or get kind of close. Where's my watch? Here it is. So 6 minutes on the clock. Let's figure out where we are. This looks lots of trees, lots of tall, thin trees. It's autumn when this was taken. Doesn't tell me much other than it's place was autumn, so maybe very temperate climate. Maybe nor maybe north. This feels like Europe. Not necessarily Europe at all. I'm just first impression is European. Road. I mean, that's not strong. Nothing strong telling me that. Just if you just show me that screenshot, we're like, go guess, hunch right now. I'd just say Europe. This looks American mailbox and American looking trash can. When I read the words on it, well, it's not like trash cans are unique to every country. It's a pretty simple design. No, actually, huh? Backing off on the European assumption now. Are we in Appalachia again? Oh my, what the? This is a magical forest right here. Oh my god, what is this? No, go back, Google car. This is some for what the heck is this? This is awesome. It's like a little house and this like dense forest and like a path going through. It's like a witch lives there. Is the house made out of candy? Is it gonna eat me? If I go in there, she's gonna eat me. Throw me in the oven and cook me. This place is super cool. Wherever we are, I'm pretty impressed. It's awesome. Okay. Here's the signs. It's gonna help us a lot. Historical market 1 mile. So we're in the United States, like English-speaking country that uses miles. We're probably United States. Close. What kind of wooded area? Where are we then? United States. Feel like it would be. Man, this is looks so cool though. Are we on the East Coast? Are we on the West Coast? Not mountain. Very, very wood. Are we on the West Coast? I feel like we might be on the West Coast. No, we could be on the East Coast. There's a lot of trees, but there's heavily wooded areas all over the United States. I think this is coastal. Almost certainly coastal. Or not like strictly coastal. What I mean is not Midwestern, because Midwest has a lot of trees, a lot of artificially planted trees and forests and such. But they're not so necessarily so expansive, and because they were planted there intentionally, a lot of them are like in neighborhoods, like around neighborhoods. They make their own neighborhoods, or they're very obviously there artificially, or they're just there around fields, farms, as groves. Check the farm fields. Doesn't quite have such a natural feel to it. This looks like a very naturally wooded area. A lot of these cool little hidden like paths in the road. Well, I don't know where we are, but it seems like a cool place to live. If only I could find out where that was. And hunch-wise, I'm just going to go to the West Coast. Why do I say that? No reason, actually. No real reason. That's kind of a guess. I don't have a reason to know. I don't have a reason to think, well, that's on one particular area in the United States, not the other right now. Oh no. Okay. Camera like lost resolution there for a second. I was really concerned. Where? Oh, is Texas? We're in Texas. I was completely wrong. So we weren't in either coast. We weren't in the Midwest. We're in the South. We're in Texas. So 356. So where's that? What part of Texas is heavily wooded? I honestly do not know. I have no idea. Maybe like the northern or eastern side. What has the? Not. I'm not guessing there. Here's a Davy Crockett National Forest. Looks like the eastern side has a lot of forests. So Road 3056. Well, I mean, it's a lot of roads. Are we in one of the national forests? Check some of the roads in some of the national forests real quick. Are you allowed to live in a national forest? I mean, all the yeah, obviously there's towns and such in there. 3056. Yeah, keep going. Find a town name, because I mean, a lot of national forest, and there's a lot of these little county roads running around. 3056. Finding lots of 3000s. 3056. Texas, man, I would have been so off. What if I didn't find the sign? I'm just like, Northern California, and then I'm just like halfway across the country off. That would have been a real shame. 3000. Can't find 3056. Uh-oh. Too many roads. I don't think it's the right way to go about it. That's not the right way to go about it at all. Just keep going. Just keep going. I think we're on the east side of Texas. There's just lots of forest on the east side of Texas. We're in a forest. On road 3056, evidently. Historical marker does not tell me what the history is, though. Like what the marker actually is. It just says historical marker. So this is 3056 right here, right? Right? Yeah, right here is 2056. So I don't know what road we're on. 778? Is that what that says? 778. So in the junction of 778 and 3056. There are so many roads. Doesn't help me at all. I need maybe a town. A town would help more. Which one of these? Do either of these go to a town? It's unlikely. Oh, this is. Oh, bail. Bad resolution. Get out of here. Looks like. Then on here? Is that better resolution? Or back to normal resolution? Looks like that road got repaved in time. Yeah, it looks like this road got repaved by the time I took the Google car to come back through and re-record. But we're out of time. And I'm not seeing any news, so 3056, 778. That's someone just left a chair in the middle of it. Okay, cool. I don't think I'm gonna find those roads. Instead of trying to hunt and pick for the roads for like an hour, I'm just gonna put it. We're outside. We're north of Houston, around Lufkin. That's a fun sounding name. Let's make a guess. Texas is a big state. But we're 100 miles off. Only 100 miles. I mean, that's still pretty far. But we're actually just east of Dallas. Not really just east of Dallas. That's still pretty far. Actually, it's about the same distance, a little less. Looks like. But we were east of Dallas, north of where we guessed. Around Glendale, north of Tyler. All right, cool. So eastern Texas has a lot of pretty forests. Don't know that much about Texas. I mean, I know a little about Fort Worth. I knew a lot of people go to Fort Worth. Then a little bit about Austin. Like the big cities that are really famous. You just culturally pick some things up. I don't know a lot about the rest of Texas. Like, I know there's desert regions, dry regions, and now I know where the forested regions are on the east. So cool stuff. And we got a fair number of points. So restart the clock. Get out of here. Oh my gosh, my phone's battery is low. I'm using my phone to time, by the way, if you haven't figured it out. And the battery's low. So that says hair salon. Something, what? Ishwaranang hair salon. Interesting. Hello, ma'am. How are you? Actually, I don't know. Maybe she's like 15. I don't know. Be creeping on people. Small buildings. Looks like tropical or subtropical plants. Can't really tell. A lot of not plants. Not to be racist, but a lot of dark-skinned people. Which, said some there's just demographics. Okay, that's just a demographic fact. Some places have a higher concentration of people with different color of skin. That's just how the world works. Right back in South Africa. I don't know where all in Africa the Google car can even go. Last time I was guessing some weird places because I was like, okay, I felt off making the assumption that there's some countries the Google card didn't go. I don't know. I just felt weird making that assumption. Maybe I should. That was English, but this is Africa. Are we in Africa? This is even what South Africa looks like. Huh. Hello. Hello, everyone. There's a lot of African people. I feel so racist. Being American, it feels just so racist to identify people by the color of their skin at all. Like, I feel just wrong doing that. But being strictly objective, like, they have darker skin, and countries have higher. If I see a high proportion of people with dark skin, then there are countries with the demographics where there are higher proportions of people with dark skin. So I shouldn't be feeling bad about it. There's a lot of English though. Isn't English South Africa? Like South Africa speaks English, correct? Right? I'm starting to second guess myself. I believe they do. What is this? This looks important. Also, peep. Okay, gardener, your little plants look really cool. Looks really nice, but I can't read your stupid sign. Trim those hedges. Okay, what does it say? Mangwang the Saps. I don't know where Mangwang is. Mangwang Saps. SAPS. South African PS. Police station? Mangwang, South African? Please, that doesn't make any sense. But SA might be South African and PS is something else. Postal Service? Mangwang, South African Postal Service? That could have been a post office back there. Might be in South. Okay, I'm gonna go with South Africa. We're in South Africa. It looks African. I saw SA in an acronym, which could stand for South Africa. Mangwang, East London. I did not know there's a city called East London in South Africa. No idea where we are. Also, Worcester, South Africa. Cool. I'm not seeing any Mangwang, if that's even the name of the city that we're in. South Africa's big. Like, Africa's a big place, so I need some more info. Like, even just the country, South Africa is big. Africa's a big continent full of big countries. And also, a lot of people are surprisingly ignorant about it, including myself. A lot of Americans. We don't learn a lot about African geography or history, or even don't even hear a ton about current events in Africa. Like I said, I really like African like art. You go to an art museum. There's an art museum. My university, there's a natural history museum. There was an exhibition, display. I don't know what you call it. A part of it that was about African history and African art and African artifacts, ancient African artifacts. That was really cool. I really like African art. Really like African styles, African folklore. I think it's all really interesting stuff. We don't learn much about it in the States. Those are some weird. What are these weird little speed bumps on the side of the road? Don't know what those are for. Something trading. I need a city. Mangwang, is that the city? I don't see Mangwang. That just means it's not big enough to pick up. Portrait by his TV. Alright, it sounds like some tabloid nonsense. Is Mangwang the city? There's more buildings over here. Large buildings in the distance. Is Mangwang the city and it wasn't large enough to be picked up on this level of zoom? Or was that something else? Was that not? That's like the name of the postal station or name of the part of the city that we're in, or I just don't know what Mangwang means. Find a sign. Signs in English. I'm good. Heck, this is certainly South Africa. That was like English. I'm pretty sure I speak English there. But now I'm like, a weird second guessing myself. Huh. Is this a penitentiary? Actually, this looks like a penitentiary. This looks a little bit like a prison. Although, it's a lot of windows for a prison. Maybe it's some sort of hospital. Huh. I mean, barbed wire fence. I mean, not necessarily keep people in. Could be something to keep people out. A lot of parking. I mean, this looks a little bit like a prison to me. Not necessarily so. Okay, man cuffs. Okay, Department of something. Department of Health. Department of Health structure. Maybe a hospital, a psychiatric facility. Because barbed wire. That's pretty big fences of barbed wire. Where's some sort of big city? Maybe I'll just. There are a lot of big cities in South Africa. Maybe we're in Johannesburg. Those are cities. We could be in Cape Town. Cape Town's large as well, and these are opposite sides of the country. Both big cities, though. Let's go for like timer. We reached the timer. Let's see if we can find like one more hint. Twin City. That might be referring to Johannesburg and Pretoria. Maybe. Hopefully. You know what? I'm just gonna go off of that and hope we're right. Take a quick look around. Don't see anything new. I bet that Department of Health sign may give us more information. We could read more of it. The resolution wasn't that great. Okay, let's make the guess. Go boom. Pretoria, Johannesburg. Hey, we were kind of close. We were down in Bloemfontein. Hey, the Mangwang. Okay, so Mangwang is that the city? Yeah, Mangwang is like a suburb of Bloemfontein. So we were in Mangwang. That was the name of the city. If I zoomed in, actually, if I zoomed in like there, I could have seen it. That's not super far. It's a little bit far, but if I was looking around, I might have not seen it. But that wasn't that bad. I'm okay with that. We were still like 200 miles away, but I'm okay with that. Next round. Get the timer going. I'll be have some good discipline about this timer. I was going to spend way too much time doing this. So that is a hello. Oh, there's no one even there. It's like an abandoned trailer or tractor with a rusty trailer. Okay, so mountains, foliage, those are evergreen plants. Suggest somewhere temperate. Lots of pretty grassy hills. I'm having trouble with perspective here. I'm not really good on my depth perception, to be honest. Obviously, it's harder in a 2D environment. Lots of tires. I don't know where we are. This road feels European. It's a very thin road, which is much more common in Europe. You don't get a lot of super thin roads in North America, or even really South America. From what I've seen from GeoGuessr, that one's pure. That was not personal experience. I've never been to South America. That says the thing. Mar. Oh come on, Marua. No exit. Marua. No exit. It says no exit in English. But, I mean, that's not necessarily English. No is a very common word for no. And then exit also has a common Latin base. So it could just be lots of cows and pasture. Oh, we in New Zealand again. Because I know we got dropped in New Zealand once. Problem is, I don't know what all New Zealand looks like. I thought we were in California last time we were in New Zealand. And although Sin Road does not seem American at all. Oh, here you go. Gravel Road. Okay, this is almost like Gravel Road. That's English. So we're in an English-speaking country. Hills, trees, there's lots of cows. Last time we were in New Zealand, there's lots of cows. Maybe we're in New Zealand again. Oh, I can't go forward. Is that like a private drive or something? Okay, now what happened? What? Did I just teleport? Where am I now? Where'd I come from? Where do I go? Where'd I come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Wayne Road? Go back here. Okay, I guess we just teleported. Look how pretty this is. Grassy, lots of grassy hills. Ah, look at these trees. Kind of more arid trees. Maybe somewhere a little drier, a little warmer. There's also evergreens back there, so it's be a climate, a lot of variance. So these trees could survive and hibernate, go dormant in the off season. There's a lot of agriculture. These thin roads. It's also English speaking. Lots of green, lots of hills. Last time we were in this place, we're in a place similar to this. It was much more flat though, where we were in New Zealand. If this is New Zealand, last time we were in a similar place, having similar clues. It was New Zealand we were in. And if you told me this was New Zealand, I would question it. I mean, I would question anything. Tell me it's what you should do, critical thinking, question everything. But I wouldn't be super surprised. It wouldn't take too much to convince me. This was New Zealand. So I'm just gonna right now. Let's go. Let's say we're in maybe even Australia, but let's go with maybe New Guinea. They speak English in like New Guinea? No, it's more too close to Indonesia and Malaysia, right? Yeah, they don't speak. I don't know if they speak English or not. I'm not. I don't think they do. I have no idea for sure though. Straight up, don't even know what language the country speaks, which makes me feel awfully ignorant, and probably is awfully ignorant. But I think the first step is admitting your ignorance. Man Kimingi Hall. That sounds. And last time we had words that didn't seem to have English roots. I was thinking, well, maybe it's Native American or something, and we're in the United States now. Yeah, that's an Australian or New Zealand thing. Lots of sheep. That seems New Zealandish. Problem is, I don't know. How do we tell the difference between Australia or New Zealand? I think it would just be a climate thing. This seems a little more New Zealandish in Australia, but we haven't. Have we ever landed in Australia in this game yet? I think so. I do not think so. I think we might just put this down New Zealand. I'm not. Also, last time we were in New Zealand, there was nothing around. Seems to be a very sparsely populated country. I don't know much about like the demographics about New Zealand. That wouldn't be the right word. Population. I guess just the population that's in New Zealand. I don't know a lot about New Zealand. Hell with that. That covers all the bases. I don't know a lot about New Zealand, but it seems to be sparsely populated. At least a couple times we've been dropped in. But then again, most of the world is not city. So we get dropped in random places. They're commonly rural places. A lot of times we get dropped in the United States since it's a rural place. I don't say the United States. Well, some parts of the United States are awfully. Okay, well, a lot of the United States is sparsely populated when you compare it to places like India or Japan, certain places of China. They actually are very densely populated. Well, there's getting some like magical forest in here. Oh my. We're on an adventure now. We're just on a journey. I was hoping for a sign, for a road sign or city, town, something. We're just getting more trees, which is very pretty. I mean, this is very lovely. But as far as giving us data to use to guess where we are, it's not helping too much. Yep, going with New Zealand. It doesn't seem like we're going to find much info. Like we're just on a long stretch of rural road. Yeah, and there goes our timer. Alright, I have no idea where we are. I think we're in New Zealand. Mostly just guessing from our previous experiences. I have no idea where in New Zealand, though. Let's go... Oh. Oh. Oh, boy. It's like, I don't know like which island we're on. Go South Island, maybe like on the east coast of South Island. Maybe northeast. Like right there. Trinity Town, near Greymouth. Greymouth. I don't know how they pronounce it. Go. Boom. Don't know. We're actually on the North Island. But we were in New Zealand. That was New Zealand. Almost 300 miles away. That's not awful. It's okay. For not having really any information, I think that's alright. So next round. Let's miss the timer. Go. So timer is started. Flat. What does trees tell me? Temperate? Looks like a temperate region. Flatland. Agriculture going on. And are we in America? What side of the road are we driving? What side of the road are people driving on? Maybe someone's just passing someone. We're driving on the left side of the road. Appear to be driving on the left side of the road. Oh, and here's a sign up here. Lovely little house. Here's some. Oh my. Yeah, well, this is in English, obviously. So we're in Asia. Ouch. Uh-oh. I'm not good with like. That's obviously really bad because my monolingualism. 90% sure I just made that word up, but I only speak English, and I know a little bit of Latin, so I can recognize some words and roots, so I can it helps me identify some of the European languages, or at least just learning from history, I can get a little bit of the European languages at least identified. But when we get into Asia, like I have no familiarity with the Asian languages, but they're also in English, and I think that's Japan that has English as second language. I believe that's Japan does that. Like maybe Korea does it too. I don't know for sure. But we zoom in, you see, yeah, these are Kobe, and then also characters. What kind of characters are in Korea? Why? For some reason, I just went way past Korea. Same thing. Okay. Well, except I know Korean is a different language, but you know what I meant. There's the Korean characters for the cities, and then also their English names. But these only we zoom in, it's only the English name. Interesting. Right now, I'm going with Japan. Oyaki, the Doto Expressway. Like Doto seems a little Japanese to me. Of course, that's just me being like stereotyping. I don't know for sure. Yeah. Doto Expressway. Naganuma also seems Japanese. Naganuma. Although we could find like a big city that I could find really easy. But we have not found one of those. Naganuma. Not a big enough city to be helping out, right? Let's what island does this belong to? Oh, it's Russia, right? But not familiar with Eastern Asian geography, obviously. Need more info. Go to try to get to that city. Does Japan really drive on the side of the road? Seems. Were they doing it last time I was in Japan? Did I even see a lot of cars last time? Because I got in Japan once. GeoGuessr. Really drive on the left side of the road. I drove on the right. I feel like that's a big clue where we are. Maybe I guess they do. If I feel like this is Japan, like more confident about the language appearing Japanese and the English as well as not English, I guess script because I don't know what it's called. I feel more confident that those tell me it's Japan than my questions about what side of the road they drive on. Just didn't know they drove on the left. They do drive on the left. Plans aren't telling me much. The signs say probably nothing useful for me. It apparently doesn't say anything. Some wood on other wood. Okay. Oh, did I not go to the town? That's illegible to me. That sign back there. What about this one's probably the same deal. Oh no, it has some English on it. Nope, just the name of this company. Asawa. I mean, this seems very Japanese. Just the language I'm seeing when it's translated to English sound like Japanese words. I watch some anime. I have an idea of what Japanese words sound like sometimes. Who was this? That's just more signage I can't read. Where? So, but Japan, that's an entire country. Where in the country are we? Maybe I went the wrong way back to the intersection back there. This does not seem terribly useful. We're not seeing much in the way of signs or anything up here. What was that? Doto Expressway? I don't know where that is. And Naganuma? The city was that we saw. Sign. Sign go. Oh, it's just a turn sign. This isn't helping. Not getting much in the way of information. So I might just have to say, yo, we're in Japan. Then guess where are we? I don't even know. Like it's a very like sparsely populated, very heavily wooded area of Japan. I don't know where in Japan that would describe though. If it even does describe a particular part of Japan. Is there anywhere that's like there are national forests anywhere? Japan. Like it. Sapporo. Is that the name of beer? Is that a type of beer? Brand of beer called Sapporo. Which obviously I would assume that's where that comes from then. Where it is brewed. I believe there's an imported Japanese beer called Sapporo. Boop. Ba-doop. Got nothing. Oh, and there's our timer. I don't even know for sure if we're in Japan. It's just a little bit of clues kind of suggesting to me that maybe we're in Japan, kind of. Oh, is there a sign up here? Is there one last thing to help us out? Oh, it doesn't look like it. So we're just gonna have to throw on a guess. Oh, here we go. Here's something. Here's a lot. Okay, here's a clue. Right? Nope, it's not a clue because it's not any English script on that. Ah, poops. Ah, poopskins. All right. Right, somewhere hills, lots of trees. Are we in like northern-ish Japan? Maybe. Let's say around. I'd zoom in. Any Nagoka, Kashiwazaki. I don't remember seeing any of these names on the sign back there. Guy. A lot of towns the same. That Naga beginning words. He. Just say. Just forgot to hedge our bets here. Somewhere in. Let's say we're maybe up here around the Yamagata. Maybe we're outside Yamagata. Maybe we're like up here in the rural area. Don't actually know, of course. Let's just make our guess. And we were in Japan. We were in the North Island, Japan. What was called Hokkaido. So we're in Hokkaido. Actually, we're right outside Sapporo. I'll just make a small talk about Sapporo. We're actually right outside Sapporo. All right. Well, I figured out the country. We didn't have much else to go on, so I'm okay. I'm okay with that one as well. Having a lot of okay runs here, or okay rounds. I guess they're called in GeoGuessr. I figure I guess all 5 rounds would be the run. 6 minutes on the clock. Where are we? Dirt road. A, some like buildings and trees. Although very tall, looks like temperate kind of northern trees. It's like this is in Canada, northern United States. Here, oh, this is cool. I don't know what this is about. This is a really nice view of the lake, and it's like bluff right here. Pretty cute. Sign. Does the sign have words on it? Symbols that say kilometers. Kilometers an hour. Maximum 20 kilometers an hour. So somewhere, not in the United States. Canada? I'm feeling Canada right now. Quebec. Where are you? Emergency. Can't really read this. Caution equipment working something in your lane. They're an English speaking country that uses kilometers. Maximum 90. Okay, that speed limit changed a lot. I feel like we're in. Right now I'm feeling Canada. Sensing Canada. I'm getting a sensation of Canada. Like, look at all the space. Canada's a big place. And we're in the English speaking part of Canada. This is what I think we are right now. This feels Canadian. Like, look at these trees, look at these forests, look at these plants. Even somewhere northern, somewhere temperate, it's not the United States. It doesn't feel European. Like this big old dirt road doesn't feel European. Having big giant dirt roads doesn't feel European, but that is that no passing sign that we've seen before in Europe. So we might be in Europe with a big giant dirt road. It's not like all the roads are small, just because small roads suggest to me Europe. Have we actually been in Europe yet? This drop? I don't think so. Have we? I don't remember. But we have seen small roads, and I'm like, well, it suggests Europe. Europe has a lot of small roads, but isn't necessarily Europe. And I don't think we've been actually to Europe yet on this drop. Wherever we are, sure is. Pretty and big old dirt roads, bunch of trees, uses kilometers. Like this almost seems like an Alaskan wilderness, but it's not Alaska because Alaska's the United States, and use the United States system, imperial system, of course. Wow! Whoa! This is gorgeous. Canada, this is you. Why didn't you tell me you're so beautiful? Oh, look at this. It's amazing. Where are we? I want to know. It seems like a brilliant place we are. And a random billboard. Say welcome to this doesn't seem Canadian at all. Welcome to there's some beautiful part of the world called Siagachek. Is this Sweden? Is this North Europe? Some like isolated part of North Europe, Northern Europe. Oh, back to Europe. It seems very European. We in some. Oh, jeez. Ziegachikachik. That seems like doesn't have any weird characters in it, but I don't know. Where could we be? Like in Finland somewhere? Are we in Russia or any part of Eastern Europe? It does have this northern feel. It's wooded areas, but I don't know. Zigetchik. Zigetchik. I cannot pronounce European languages very well, obviously. I don't know what country this would be in. I feel like we're too far north for a lot of these. This is getting like, look how close this is to the Arctic. Zoom way out. That's like northern Canada. So like, maybe it's a little more southern Norway, Sweden. Oh, I have no idea. I keep looking for information. That tells me that's not Canada. Sure, it's beautiful. It's just big, huge. What? Oh, what part of these countries are just huge woods with no the dirt roads. Like where? What part of the country is this? What country is this? Big, beautiful, cold weather forest, boreal forest, and giant dirt roads, and no signs. There's something that says, "Welcome to place G." I forgot what it was G. And I don't know what language that would suggest. Does seem like Northern European. Well, now seems like Northern European. The size of the roads doesn't matter when there's nothing around. The nature, we're just surrounded by nature. It's very beautiful. It doesn't help us as far as GeoGuessr is concerned. Okay, camera's like changing a lot. Kind of weird. How would there be one? Did I miss the intersection? I might miss the intersection. There's one section where the camera changed resolution that drastically. Missed the intersection. I'll just keep going straight. This must, well, could you imagine driving through this? I mean, there's nothing like this where I come miles and miles of forest, dirt road. This is completely alien to me. Where I live, this kind of thing is unheard of. Just miles and miles of forest. Is that a car? Car coming. Hello, hello. Tell me where we are. You guys going camping? Okay, have RVs. You going camping? You guys going camping? The tiniest RV ever. Nah. It's just the artifacting of the camera, of course. Can you help me at all? Jamboree doesn't. That's just the name of the mobile home, name of the camper here. Poop. I don't think we're gonna find anything else. I think I have to hedge our bets and just throw it in Northern Europe, kind of around where I think maybe we are. So maybe up here, North Sweden, like over here, and then we're not super far off. We're actually in Finland or Norway. And of course, if we're somewhere else, then obviously we're way off. Actually, is that too north? That feels too north. Feels almost too north. Let's scooch down a tiny bit. Go down to like Maya. A tiny bit. That's like a couple hundred miles, whatever. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's go for that. Let's go. Go make the guess. Go. We were in Canada. All right, that's fair enough. So it was Northern Cal. I was right the first time, and I changed. I saw the shish. I was like, well, that seems. You're right next to a river. Whoa! I went the wrong way. So if I went the other way, I would have found this river. Found the Mackenzie River. And that might have helped a lot. Giant river here. Yeah, that probably would have helped a ton. But went northern. And then I found the I kind of thought was Northern European. Didn't seem like so many special characters. I kept going. Would have found the town of Inuvik. But I guess that's an Inuit word, a native word found. Instead of, I was just like, kind of European, maybe. I wasn't sure. The big road, yeah. Should have kept my first impression. Canada, especially that much far, that much space, like just nothing for miles except wooded areas, and we were like, although we were farther north than I would have expected. I probably wouldn't have guessed this far north. I did mention it kind of looked like Alaska. I still would have went this far north, maybe more down here, south, maybe southern Yukon. But hey, learned. We're in the middle of nowhere. I think straight up, that is the middle of nowhere, Canada. You go way up like north of Yukon, Northwest Territories. I think that's fair enough to be pretty much the middle of nowhere. Alright. Got thrown off by the Inuit word that I mistook for a European word. I seem to be doing that a lot when I see a word that's native, because Canada, United States, we had with the natives, Aboriginals Australia, but I'm sure that thing happens in Australia too. We take a lot of their words for place names. So names of a lot of like rivers, cities, like roads, everything. A lot of those are taking from the natives said native words, kind of integrated their language a little bit. Made the words, and obviously the same thing happened in Canada for some of their words. So we just stop there. Then I confused that for European language. I think it happened, and then I did the opposite. Like New Zealand, they did that. They had a town name something that was not English. Which one was it? What town was it? Where it was? But there was a town with a obviously not English a name of not English origin. And I thought that was an American town taken from a Native American tongue instead of some native New Zealand word must have been. So I can understand my confusion, although I should have considered that was a native word and not just like not English, possibly European. Should consider not English but could be native. Need to get that sorted out between native words taken from native tongue. That doesn't change the language. Proper nouns. Like shouldn't change what I think the language is based on certain proper nouns because those could just be native words and otherwise in countries speaking a different language. So not English town name could just be a native town name in an English speaking country. Of me making that assumption, but that was good. That was really good. I really liked that last one. It was really nice. Big old dirt road and like forest and big giant river. Very good job, Canada. Very pretty. Sorry. And hey, North of Europe, you should be honored. I mean, that was really pretty. And I was kind of confused. Like, you're very pretty too. Okay, you're all equally beautiful. Don't need to look at me like that. But that was pretty good. Got Japan kind of close. Got that South Africa pretty close. New Zealand's pretty close. And then even that Texas is pretty good. And then this last one kind of crushed it. Or you got Canada for native words confused me. I thought we were in Europe for a second. And then that kind of messed it up. But other than that, it was a fine run. So thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, everything. You guys know the deal. I'll see you next time.